वाजांसुभाससे गताशून्ना गताशुंशा नानुशोचन्ति पंडिताः. It's a very beautiful shloka. Translation purport given by Divine English Yeshu Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worth of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. The Lord at once took the position of the teacher and chastised the student, calling him indirectly a fool. The Lord said, you are talking like a learned man, but you do not know that one who is learned, one who knows what is body, what is soul, does not lament for any stage of the body, neither in the living nor in the dead. As explained in later chapter, it will be clear that knowledge means to know matter and spirit and controller of both. Arjuna argued that religious principles should be given more importance than political or sociology, but he did not know that the knowledge of matter, soul, and the supreme is even more important than the religious formularies. Because he was lacking in that knowledge, he should not have posed himself as a very learned man. As he did not happen to be a very learned man, he was consequently lamenting for something which was unworthy of lamentation. The body is born and destined to be vanquished today or tomorrow. Therefore, the body is not as important as the soul. One who knows this is actually learned. And for him, there is no cause for lamentation, regardless of the condition of the material body. Om jnanatimirandasya jnananjana shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकधामय्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव गौर भक्त वृंद प्रेम से हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. मुखं करोति वाचालं पुंगं लंकायते गिरवत् कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरु दीनतारिणं. Hare Krishna. It was a very important shloka. Now, Krishna here actually telling Arjuna, not telling, is heavy. Ashoshan anvashoshushtam. Pragnavadan sabhasasin. Gatasun nanasochanti panditaha. Oh, my dear Arjuna, you're lamenting for that thing which is not meant to be lamenting. Why are you lamenting for that? Does anyone lament for dead? You're lamenting for that? For example, if a person is in the water, there is jacket on one side, there is person on the other side. Whom do you protect? Do you protect the person or the jacket? You protect the person. Jacket has no value. It's a matter. It doesn't have a value. You're protecting the person because the person, within that person, there's a soul in that. No, Arjuna, you're not lamenting for that soul, but you're lamenting for something which is gone. Dear devotees, here an important aspect we need to understand. We should all come to this plane that whatever we are seeing at this present moment, we are not that. Let's say you have a difficulty in your life. That is not connected to who you are. Please understand. Let's say you have happiness in your life. That is not connected to who you are. Parag Prabhu, can you put your phone on mute? Parag Pokrayal Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. So, you should understand these difficulties, these situations and circumstances, this is not you. You are kept in that state only. Now it is you, how you are reacting to that situation is your progress in your life. That means, let's say, even through that situation, you are fully Krishna conscious. Arjuna will be in that state within few moments. He is already in that state because he surrendered to the Lord. Whoever surrenders to the Lord, their devotion from that moment will be totally different actually. Because that process is so important. Please understand. Because through that, what is happening is Lord will keep the Jiva in the internal energy, not in the external realm. Means he's not in the external realm, he's in the internal energy. That means he is he's convinced that this is the only thing which is protecting him. They do what you do health insurance, home insurance, car insurance. Why you do? Can somebody tell? Why you do health insurance, home insurance, car insurance? Anyone? Why do we do that? Those things are very famous in America. Yes, Amal, opinion. Please tell.
Yeah. Prabhuji, we do insurance because otherwise, suppose we fall sick, then we have a long bill in the hospital, you know, and then we'll be like
Exactly.
drained, financially drained.
Exactly. 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 So there is a reason, initially the insurance was not like that. But now the insurance became a requirement. Because if we don't take it, we are doomed. That means no matter what, whomever you are, you should actually take that. To what Rupini Mata said is exactly right actually. If you don't take insurance, then you have when financially doomed we are. Let's say it's a difficult problem. We are doomed. That means that became so mandate in our life. That means no matter what, if our insurance is about to expire next week, you will do renewal this week only. Because it is important. But actually, even more important than that is Krishna conscious. No doubt the money will be drained. I'm not saying that we shouldn't take insurance. We continue to take insurance. Otherwise, it's a problem. Because you're in a country where you have to take that. You have to have that. In India, we have that luxury. Without insurance, also we can manage. But in US, definitely you should. No, the point is not that. What is the point is when the insurance is there, it is actually helping us to move through our things smoothly. It is what is happening. It is a cushion. It is acting as a cushion. What is it doing? It is reducing your risk. Let's say there is a problem at the home. You have the insurance, but what it does, it covers. Let's say there is a fire at the home. If you have insurance, what happens? It covers. There is some serious problem at the home. There's a water leakage, especially in the winter. Pipes burst. What you have? You have insurance that will cover. What means what are you having? You are having peace of mind because you have insurance. Let's say you do not have insurance. Somebody, your friend calls you, oh, you know what, pipe is bursting. Then immediately you'll check the insurance, and then if it is not, then you'll immediately take it because you want to be peaceful. You want to be peaceful, right? That is the whole point, right? To have peace of mind, right? Arjuna is also in that state. Now Arjuna is in a grief-stricken state. Through that state, what is he doing? He's surrendering to the Lord. Please understand. Now, if everything is good, Arjuna wouldn't have come to that state. Please understand. If things are okay, things are doing great, Arjuna wouldn't have told to Krishna, oh, my dear Krishna, you teach me. He says, I know everything, or I'm in good state. I don't need any of those things. But he's not in that state. He's in a different state. He's in a perplexed state of perplexity. So that state of perplexity, what has to be done? It has to be corrected. It has to be changed. That means perplexity, set of anxiety to state of transcendence should come. That's why the Bhagavad Gita came actually. Why are we reading Bhagavad Gita? Why are we trying to understand it? Why are we trying to understand the teachings? Because we want to change our consciousness from one state to the other state. We want to become pure. Because through that purity, Krishna is pleased. When Krishna is pleased, then everything is manifested. So likewise, through that example, for that peace of mind, for that satisfaction, we take that. Just likewise, Arjuna, he wanted to come out of that grief. That's why he took the insurance of Krishna. What did he do? He surrendered to the Lord. That is the insurance of the Lord. When one surrenders to the Lord, that means he is actually telling, oh, my dear Lord, I belong to you. No, I'm coming to you. You take care of me. Just like you tell the insurance company, oh, you know what, I'm paying everything. I paid everything. No, whatever, if there is a problem, you have to take care. I took full insurance. I have high premium, but I paid everything. Anything happens, that's up to you. That's through your hands. What are you doing? You are actually depending on them, right? You're paying your money and you're depending. You're doing what? You're depending. You call them. If there's a problem, you call the insurance company. And then tell this, that. Can you fix it? Can you fix that? I have a car accident. You should see that this has been covered. My car is towed. Will you give the reimbursement of full car because I paid full insurance? You speak to him. Then you get everything. Because what Arjuna is doing is he's surrendering to the Lord. Through that surrender, through its surrenderance, what is happening? He is going into the realm of the Lord. Because Krishna demands this. Please understand. Now Krishna demands this, and then at the end he says, "Oh Arjuna, it's up to you. If you want to do, you can do. Otherwise, we can leave now also. And if you want more explanation, I'm ready to give more explanation. But this is mandate. Unless and until you come to this state, you cannot work for me. Krishna is telling you, work for me. What is that work for me means? Work for me means, is that not showing the surrenderance to the Lord? Yes. Yet karoshi, yet jisnas, yet juhosi dadas, yet are you eat for me, you sleep for me, you do for me, you do everything for me, you work for me. Is that not the state of surrender? Yes, it is the state of surrender. Man maha bhavam bhakto. You think about me, what is that? That is also state of surrender. That comes after surrender, because after surrender only is thinking about that person. Because if there is no surrender, you will not think about that person. Why? He will not think. If there is no love and devotion, will he think about that person? No. If he doesn't have any relationship, will he think about that person? He will not think about that person. To think about that person, to be stated in that particular state of consciousness, this change has to happen. This switch has to happen. The switch is what? From the material plane to spiritual plane. No, it might not happen just today after the class, but it's a process. What is surrender? Surrender is a process. It's not like in one day, oh, I got initiated, I'm surrendered now. No, no, no. Initiation means it's a beginning. Through that beginning, what happens? You should strictly follow four agreed principles, chant 16 rounds, do your Gayatri three times a day, and then follow rules, regulations. Why? There's a relation now, because the father is telling and son is doing. But if there is no relationship, will he be able to do that? No. Arjuna is feeling the relationship with the Lord. That's why he's able to do that. Because he's his Saka, he's his friend. Likewise, Lord is we have a relationship with Him. We might not know what relationship, what Swabha, based on our nature and the Swabha, we have a relationship with the Lord. We might not know exactly what we are in the spiritual world right now, at this particular moment, but definitely, please understand, we have a relationship with Him, especially through His devotees. We'll be serving the Lord through His devotees. That's why that devotee, that nature of service to the Lord through the devotee in this material world is manifested through spiritual master or acharyas, spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, all the acharyas. Because they come into this world and then they show us and establish that relationship with the Lord through them. How is it through them? By following their words. By following the words of Srila Prabhupada. What are we discussing? We're discussing his purpose. We're not discussing some purport which Tom, Dick, and Harry somebody wrote, some Mayavad impersonalist somebody wrote. We're not discussing that. We're discussing a pure devotee. I'm not putting that impersonalist person also down. That means that's not our business. We don't have to deal with that. For example, you know what is apple, what is orange. You have to eat apple. You don't eat orange. What do? You put orange aside. You take apple. Apple, that is your thing. Orange doesn't belong to you. Likewise, so-called people of this world, they are there. Their life is their life. Their process is their process. Their anxiety, their sense of gratification, everything that's there. It's not us. Whatever portion is set aside for us, that belongs to us. We have to eat apple. You have apple. Eat. That's it. Oh, why orange? Why the orange is here? And who is eating that orange? Which person is coming and eating it? That is not our business. In that context, I said it's not that we have enmity to those personalities. No, they are also children of the Lord. Just like we are the children of the Lord, they are also children of the Lord. Just like we are part and parcel, they are also part and parcel. But this part and parcel is trying to realize that relationship. That part and parcel is not trying to realize the relationship. Just like Arjuna wanted to realize the relationship with the Lord, either Duryodhana doesn't want to realize. Arjuna wants to come out of that grief-stricken state, but Duryodhana also has anxiety. Please understand. In chapter 1 we discussed, Duryodhana has the anxiety, but he's covering up his anxiety. He's not honest. Please understand. This is a core difference. Bhakti means what? To be honest, actually. These things we need to meditate, actually. Dear devotees, Krishna consciousness is a very practical process. That means the sadhaka should understand, oh, I should do this. That is why my process is not that deepened. That is why I'm unable to experience the presence of the Lord. Oh, this is what I should do. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, I should work for Krishna. Oh, okay, okay. I should give the results to him. Okay. Why? Because he is everything. It's like Srila Prabhupada taught us Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Pranadhana. He is our everything. He is our life and soul. Now, who is telling another person who is the lover of that particular person, who has utmost devotion with that person, who has deep connection with that person through his master, spiritual master. Now, Krishna is actually chastising Arjuna. What are you thinking? What are you speaking? What are you doing, Arjuna? Now, here understand, Krishna is not chastising Duryodhana. He is only chastising Arjuna because Krishna has a relationship with him and Arjuna is congenial to take the process. Dear devotees, why Lord will not come into our life and then tell, surrender Arjuna? Surrender, just like he told. He did not tell Arjuna to surrender also. After surrender, only Krishna is speaking. Please understand. That means up until that point of time, we will not see the presence of the Lord. We cannot perceive, we cannot realize. That means the sadhaka should aspire for that state only, no other state. This human form of life is meant for that only to practice Krishna consciousness, nothing else actually. We do not have any other business in this world. We came to this world to realize this only. Dear devotees, billions of lifetimes we've been through in this material world. Unless and until you're a pure soul directly descended from the spiritual world, and then this is your life, and then you're going home back to Godhead. If that is not the case, then millions of lifetimes we are here. What are we doing? Brahmande Brahmita Kwan Bhagyavan Ji. We are wandering left and right. A Brahma Bhuna Aloka Punaravarti Arjuna. Mam upayate to kaunteya punarjanma na vidyate. Mam upayate to punarjanma dukhalayam ashashvatam. Oh, this is dukhalayam. Mapnuvanti mahatmana samsiddhim paramam gataha. Whoever understands the essence of this Dukalayam, once they realize they'll go back to the spiritual, they'll again not come to this material realm. Now, why Krishna has kept this world as Dukalaya? Krishna has kept this world as Dukalaya because for a reason. If everything is good here, do we ever go back? Simple thing. If Krishna did not keep Arjuna in front of Bhishma Deva and Duryodhana, Arjuna wouldn't have reacted like this. Krishna kept Arjuna in front of Bhishma Deva and Dronacharya. That is why Arjuna is actually responding like this. Likewise, Krishna is giving us difficulties because so that through that difficulties we take shelter of Vaishnavas and then through that Vaishnavas we go back home back to Godhead by following their words, by following their teachings. That is exact reason why Srila Prabhupada established this organization. Devotees come together, do Shavana Kirtana, understand, realize the truth, perfect our consciousness, surrender to the truth, finish the business, go back home back to Godhead. If surrender is not happening in this life, aspire for next life. The next life will be coming. That means if you are not fully convinced with the process, there is some tinge of materialism. Again, for that materialism, we have to take another body, just like Bharat Maharaj. Just like Bharat Maharaj, he took another body. There's a reason for that. That means the scriptures are very clear. No matter in which state you are, what you are doing, if you do not come to the real state of Krishna consciousness, again you have to take another path. Because at the time of the death, we will not remember the Lord. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tajantante kalevaram. We will remember something else. Because our consciousness is something else. That means, dear devotees, what we are seeing, that is not we are. What we are is our consciousness. If in your consciousness you are fully absorbed, you are fully meditating on the glories of the Acharyas, you are fully meditating on the glories of the Lord, that means that is the right consciousness. That means with that consciousness, if you continue until you leave this body, then through their mercy, we'll be able to remember them. It's not easy to come out of the shackle. The sadhaka has to be convinced with that. Because if the sadhaka is not convinced with that, he'll be superficial on the surface level, trying to do whatever he's doing, and then expecting that the mercy will flow. I'll give an example. Let's say you're going to a hospital. You're practicing Krishna consciousness. One devotee said, "Arey yaar, hospital, this is all Maya. Anyhow, you're not this body, you're a spirit soul." One person told like this. And then the other person is telling, "No, no, 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 you should go to the hospital, you should take care of yourself and be fit again, and then continue your practice of Krishna consciousness. Don't worry about the situation and circumstances. Try to come out of it. And then through that, taking that medicine, just depend on the Lord." It's two different contrasting things. Both are Krishna conscious only. Is it not? The first person is saying, "No, no, no, not this body, the spirit soul. Please understand that." Hmm? They're telling. That is also true. Oh, you shouldn't go here. It's all coming from the scriptures only. Now, what is the second person is telling? Take care of your health. Be nice. Recover soon. And then see the presence of the Lord even through those medicines. Pray to the Lord that these medicines do work. What is happening there? What is two contrasting things? Now, one thing, what is happening is perceiving that yes, he is not this body but a powerful spirit soul. In that context, what is happening is the sadhaka is not depending on the Lord. Please understand. But in the second context, what is happening is sadhaka is actually depending on the Lord. That means the difficulty, what is he doing? Through the difficulty is learning a lesson of being dependent on the Lord. Both are Krishna conscious only, but which one we should select? The second one we should select. Now, who will tell the second one who's actually doing it? I can easily tell, yes, yes, I'm not this body, or powerful spirit, not this body. Let's say if somebody comes and then tells, oh, you know what? It's a difficulty. And you say, "Arey, you're not this body. Why are you thinking too much of it?" And one shouldn't leave just like that after telling that. Please understand. You should make him convinced. That means other person should be convinced with those words. Arey, his situation is not that. He cannot come to that plane right away. In whichever state he is, through that state, the pure soul will try to uplift the other person. This is what exactly the spiritual masters will do. Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur said, "You chant 64 rounds." But Prabhupada said, "This personality, they can't chant 64 rounds." He said, "We chant 16 rounds." They do not have that much gravity or that much absorption to chant 64 every day. Do you think chanting 64 rounds is possible for a person who's actually working from 9 to 5? He has to take care of the family, take care of the children, should take care of the duties, he should take care of his home, everything. Do you think that 64 rounds is possible? That's his proposition to 16. That means our acharyas, whatever they are telling, if we follow their words, then you'll go back to what. But the problem is, whatever little we've been given, that we don't perceive it fully. Because within this state, what is happening is, we are not convinced with this. That means we are not getting the taste in Krishna consciousness yet. That's why our Acharya is saying, you're not getting taste, that's okay. Just continue. Put that trust, put that faith. Let's say you're traveling in a train. Aren't we convinced that the driver who's actually driving the train is trained? Aren't we trusting on them? Aren't we trusting on the railway department? Indian Railways or American Railways? Aren't we trusting them? That means the trust is there. Now you go to the office, you worked for 1 month. You feel that as you worked for 1 month, you have an expectation that your employee will pay you salary. Is that not faith? If you think that he will never pay, do you go and work? That means, don't you see give and take? Don't you see the give and take in material level? Here, Arjuna is trusting the Lord and then is surrendering. Please understand. Arjuna is not just doing like that. Oh, Krishna, I don't know. Should I do this or not? Let me just do this. He's not doing like that. He's doing with heart and heart. That means anything which you do with the heart, you will never forget that. That means how important is that? That stage. That my dear Lord, I belong to you. My dear Spirit, my dear Shiroprabhu, I belong to you. Whatever you say, I want to follow. My dear spiritual master, yes, I want to do this. What is that? That is a shape, that is a shelter for us. That is a guiding line for us. That is a guiding light. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashita. When we take shelter of their words, then the Divya Gyan which is there in the heart, that will manifest, that will come out. Hriday Prakashita. Divya Gyan, what is that knowledge? That is the transcendental knowledge, that is a realized knowledge. That realized knowledge will come. Why these anarthas are there in the heart? To surrender, to come us to that state. Yes, yes, you have this lust. Come to me, surrender to me. Krishna is telling you surrender. Then because he did not speak until to Arjuna until Karpana dosha is coming. He did not speak a word. Very important. Yes. We'll try to stop here. Let us see if anyone has any questions. Like to share anything based on what we discussed. Word is a very important conversation. The Lord is clearly telling what is important. No, he chastised Arjuna because he is a relation. He did not chastise Duryodhana. Because Duryodhana is not receptive, he is not in a position to hear. Likewise, Lord will not chastise or give us difficulty if we are not in that state. That means, Baba, I'll just be happy with what I'm doing. Then you might miss the bus. So the material nature will not live. Let's say we are doing everything on a surface level, on a high level base. We are really not interested to practice Krishna consciousness. If you are really not interested, why we will go to the spiritual world then? You are not interested. You are not interested. We are not interested. For example, I'm giving an example. Not pinpointing anyone. Just giving an example. Let's say we are not interested. We don't want to practice. We don't want to do. We don't want to chant. We don't want to hear. We don't want to do any of these things. Then what is the hope for us to go back home, back to God? Because we are not interested in this. It's a practical question to think. Krishna is telling Mahamanusmara Yuddhacha. That means you think about me. During the difficulty, Yuddhacha means not. It's a life and death situation. During the difficulty you are thinking. That means during your greatest difficulty in life, if you're thinking about me means what? What is that? That means you should have so deep relation, so deep love to that person. And the deep love can only be accepted by Krishna through his representatives. No one else. The deep love no one can accept because they do not have the depth. Acharyas have. Not an ordinary person can have that. So to that we have to respect. That's why Krishna is actually chastising Arjuna also, nobody else. Nobody else. Because Krishna knows that his situation is not, he will not hear. Because he has so many attachments in this life. He will not hear me. That's why he's not chastising Duryodhana. Because he has deep attachment to his wealth, his deep attachment to sense gratification, so many other things. So Krishna is not telling him. Krishna is only telling Arjuna. And if we have cultivate that consciousness, he will tell us also. Now this is a secret. मैंने आपको secret भी बोल दिया. What is the secret of Krishna consciousness? Develop the consciousness of what Arjuna has developed. Then you will understand Gita. Hare Krishna. Anyone else would like to add? Am I making sense? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much. Prabhuji, you mentioned for the wonderful class, you mentioned in the end that like Arjun, the Krishna has waited for, he kept quiet. So what was Krishna waiting for? I mean, uh, what
He's
was
waiting
exactly?
for the he's waiting for the right consciousness from Arjuna. The consciousness of surrendering, the consciousness of submitting, the consciousness of depending on the mercy of the Lord. He's waiting for that. Let's say if a person is in the state of argument, will he surrender? He will not. He's waiting for that consciousness. He did not speak before because Arjuna was in the state of that, state of argument. But later on, through that state of argument, it led to grief in his life. Then he said, "Oh, my dear Lord, I'm fully blank now. Now you tell me. Whatever you tell, I'll accept." Krishna is waiting for that. Likewise, Krishna is from us also, Krishna is waiting for that. He's waiting. Really, I'm telling. Krishna is waiting. He'll wait for a million lifetimes more. Also. Hare Krishna.
Thank
Is
you,
it
Prabhu.
okay?
Thank you so much for the wonderful class. If anybody has any question, comments, I had one question, but I'm not able to recollect right now. So, can please go ahead?
Yeah,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, this is Geeta. Thank you so much for this very, very thought provoking class, I must say. We've been hearing so many times about surrender, but you put it in a different way today. So I'm asking you, Prabhuji, that if we do not get many problems in life, is that an indication that we are the Lord is not thinking us to be very close to him and is not chastising us, as you said, and not thinking, and we are not ready to listen to him? Because once we get a lot of problems, I mean, I understood it that way, maybe I'm wrong, that Krishna only when people surrender, they are close to him, then he reveals. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, it is true actually. If you are close to him only, he'll reciprocate. Arjuna is very close to the Lord. That's why he's reciprocating. Duryodhana is far, he's not reciprocating. As simple as that. Let's say if a sadhaka has so many material desires. Krishna says you finish your material desires, then come to me. Very simple now. For example, if a child doesn't want to come to home, you want to play outside. Then mother will tell, okay, you play. If you're hungry, you come. Because mother knows if the child is really hungry, he'll come. Likewise, that's why Lord will put us in situations. Through that situations, He will ensure that no, this is not the path for you. This is not right for you. But our desires, what happens is they dominate those difficulties. Just like you have insurance. There's problem coming means it's a karma is working on you. But what are we doing? We are trying to cover up that karma with our insurance policy. Through that insurance policy, what is happening? We are forgetting the problem. And then through that problem, we are not surrendering. Rather, we are trying to figure out or solve the problem. Like Arjuna was trying to figure out and solve the problem. Similarly, we are also trying to figure out and solve the problem. But Arjuna, as he's a pure soul, Krishna kept him in a state where he cannot go anywhere. Now, Lord will keep the jiva also in that state if he aspires for that, if he aspires to be Krishna conscious. Now, what is a whole soul solution for this? You should pray to the Lord, my dear Lord, I really want to be Krishna conscious fully, sincerely, thoroughly to my heart. Then it will manifest.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. I've understood now very well. And Prabhuji, you also said to follow the Krishna consciousness path, of course, 64 rounds and four, practices. You said 3 times a day, something else you said. What was that, Prabhuji?
That is not for you. That is for the second initiates. They do 3 times Gayatri.
Gayatri Mantra.
Yes, that is for second initiate. I think it is irrelevant for you right now. So
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Anyone else? Otherwise, we'll stop here. Hare Krishna. Okay. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Kalpatrubhascha kripa patitaram
Patitanam pavanebhyam.
Vaishnavebhyo
Hare. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Prabhupada ki
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol, Hare
Hare Bol.
Thank you,
Hare
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Bol.
Thank you. Haribol.